Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I'm Sheikh Mudassir, lecturer English, Amity High Secondary School, Sopur. As you guys were frequently texting me to give a lecture on some part of the grammar, so I chose one of the confusing topics of English grammar, that is compound and complex sentences. Though in this 10-minute video, this topic cannot be explained thoroughly as it's a very lengthy topic, but I would try my utmost to give the maximum in the lesser time. So here we go. Compound and complex sentence. Before discussing compound and complex sentences, let me discuss what is clause. A clause is a group of words that includes a subject and a verb. Okay, a clause is a group of words that includes a subject and verb. So but it is not necessarily a complete sentence. Sentences, at times it can be a complete sentence, at times not. That is why we have divided the types of clauses into 4 types of clauses. You know them very well. One is independent clause, second subordinate clause, third relative clause, and fourth one noun clause. But we ought to discuss these 2 clauses. Okay, independent clause is also termed as a main clause, and it's also termed as a dependent clause. Okay, why main clause, why independent clause? Because it can stand in a sentence on its own. Okay, it can give the complete sense on its own. It is not dependent on any other sentence or part of a clause to give the sense. Okay, but this subordinate clause, as its name suggests, it is a dependent clause. For its meaning and sense, it is dependent on main clause. Okay, that's why it's termed as subordinate clause. Clear? Now let's directly, as I said, it's a very short video and I'm trying to contract the extra information. Let's go to the compound sentence. What is compound sentence? Compound, as its name suggests, compound means mixing the 2 things. Okay, so we have to mix in 2 clauses. Okay, by its name, by the nature, it suggests that it is going to be some mixture. Okay, yes, it's a mixture of 2 clauses. You can say a compound sentence has 2 main clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions, like and, or, but. And or but. These 3 coordinating conjunctions are used to join the 2 main clauses to make a compound sentence. Look, I will give you an example. I say, I was sad, but my mom was happy. Okay, look, there are 2 main clauses. I was sad, my mom was happy. Both the sentences can stand on their own. Okay, I was sad, it gives a complete sense. My mom was happy gives a complete sense, and they are joined by a conjunction but. Okay, this is an example of a compound sentence. Means a compound sentence is the mixture of 2 complete independent clauses joined by and or but. Okay, I will give another example. For example, I was late and I slept early. I was late and I slept early. So I was late independent clause. I slept early, independent clause, joined by and. This is the example of a compound sentence. Okay, now let's move to complex sentence. Complex sentence has also two clauses. It also has two clauses. One is but here is a different story. A main clause and a subordinate clause. A main clause and a subordinate clause. Okay, how? It's like also like the compound sentence, but it has, because compound sentence also has two clauses, it also has two clauses, but one is main clause and the other is subordinate clause. Okay, now I will give you an example. She called me, sorry, she phoned her mother, who responded immediately. Okay, look at the sentence very carefully. She phoned her mother, who responded immediately. She phoned her mother. This is one clause, okay? And you must be getting it that it gives us a complete sense. She phoned her mother, okay? This is independent clause. Who responded immediately? It doesn't give us a complete sense, okay? It doesn't give us a complete sense. So this will be termed as a dependent clause. So okay, one clause is independent, and the other clause is independent. So when we have a sentence like this, this is termed as a complex sentence. She phoned her mother, who responded immediately. You know, some subordinate clause is dependent on the main clause. This is the subordinate clause. If we will just eradicate this sentence here, remove the sentence here, who responded immediately will not give us a complete sense. So for the complete sense, it is dependent on the main clause. Okay, and some conjunctions that introduce subordinate clause. Look, this is a subordinate clause. It has been introduced by conjunction who. So some conjunctions are introduced, some conjunctions are used, some conjunctions are used to introduce a subordinate clause. To introduce a subordinate clause, there, as if, unless, whether, until, who, since, because, etc. These conjunctions, these coordinating conjunctions are used, these conjunctions are used to introduce the subordinate clauses. You can say who here, it has been used here as well. So also I can give you an example, another example, like we will use although is also used, like although he was poor, he was happy. Although he was poor, he was happy. You can see that he was happy. This is independent clause, okay? Although he was poor, this is subordinate clause. So these two clauses are joined in a one sentence, okay? They're joined in a one sentence. So this is the example of complex sentence, okay? Like, although he was poor, he was happy. So remember, in the complex sentence we have two clauses. One is main clause and the other is subordinate clause. In both the examples cited, we have she phoned her mother, who responded immediately, and although he was poor, he was happy. Okay, so these are the examples of complex sentences. I hope you would have got some iota of information, though not completely. As I said, it's a very short video I'm making because we do not have that much time to look on the videos for a long time. So I'm sorry, maybe I could have skipped, I skipped actually a lots of information, but I hope that you would have got some idea about the compound and complex sentences. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.